Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Little River Medical Center. Well, today we have a super important topic on the board. We're talking about World AIDS Day that's on December 1st, but more importantly, what Little River Medical Center does to help AIDS patients right here in the community. I'm joined by Chris. How are you doing?
I'm good, Katie. How are you?
I'm good. Talk to me about your job and what you do day in and day out here at Little River.
Sure. Here at Little River, we have our Early Intervention Services Department, and it's a specialized department that serves our HIV population, Hep C. My role is called Peer Navigator. Peer Navigator meets with patients at their clinic appointments and answers any questions that they may have. Hence, use the word navigate through the system. You know, if they need other services, I can assign them to their case manager and have them, you know, book appointments for them. But my main role is to just be there for each patient. Sometimes they're going through different things in their life, you know, depression, you know, some mishaps, something that goes wrong, and, you know, I'm just there to listen. And they feel comfortable with me, and I love what I do.
I can tell that you love what you do, and your job has to make people's lives that little bit easier, just to be able to talk to somebody and help them navigate whenever they get a diagnosis that's pretty life-changing. So what is that like for you, being able to help people in that way?
Oh man, it comes naturally for me, I must say, but not, you know, I learn things also from patients as well, you know, how it is where they live, depending on what area they're from, you know, rural versus in town, and family situations, you know. I am not a counselor, but we help each other, we counsel each other.
So talk to me about AIDS in general. This is something that you need to catch it as soon as possible, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Here at Little River in our EIS department, Early Intervention Services, we test out in the community. The reason we do that is because everyone needs to know their status. Because if you don't know, you could be transmitting the virus to others. And a lot of that comes through sharing needles, you know, injecting drugs, also unprotected sex vaginally or anal. So it's a risky, if you have risky behavior out there, you know, it's something that you want to catch. So we offer free HIV screening. And we use our two INSTI tests. Like one is the INSTI and one is the Alere Determine. The INSTI 60 is a 1-minute test, and you get your result right away.
Wow.
Sure. And the Alere Determine is a 20-minute test, and that is the closest test, or you get the same result as a blood draw.
Wow. That's incredible that you can provide that so quickly.
Very quickly.
So they're not waiting for weeks to find out what your result would be.
That's correct.
So you guys had an event on December 1st, which is World AIDS Day. Talk to me about this event. You guys have done this before, right?
Oh man, we've had our 3rd annual World AIDS Day event here on our Little River property, where we have music and food, and we invite our patients and also our staff. And what we do is we have our big oak tree out there, and we wrap it in red lights, and we light it up and have a silent time to remember those people who did not live with AIDS back in the 80s because of not having proper medication. And we also celebrate those who did survive. And it's a great event. It brings our community together.
This story is sponsored by Little River Medical Center.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, today we are getting messy. I am at Studio 4319. I'm with Michelle. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better now that I'm here, if I'm being honest.
Great. Well, you know.
We have had so much fun this afternoon. We have been creating and getting messy, and this is what you do every day.
Every day, all day.
All the time.
It is my favorite thing ever.
Tell me about your job and what you do.
Well, we have, it's an art studio, art playground. We have classes from 18 months all the way up to adult classes, 18 months to 101. We teach Mommy and Me classes. All of our classes are process-based art. So that means that we're not focused on the end result. We're about the process. So even with the kids, they get really stuck on that. It has to be perfect. But when you take that pressure off and say we're just focusing on the process, it takes away that perfectionist feeling and that, you know, it's okay if it doesn't look amazing at the end because everything that happened in the process was so much better.
That's the art.
Yes. Frame Your Beach. So this is a resin. And we used a variety of supplies. We have shells, this is some kind of jewelry string, and then epoxy resin is something that you would normally see that people are doing in molds. They go on the tumbler cups now. These things are epoxy resin. So now that will be permanently frozen in that position on your frame from the resin, because tomorrow it'll be hard as a rock.
And the mermaid cannot swim.
And the mermaid will be right there forever. And then you also made this beautiful coaster with some glitter and your name, and Miguel made this beautiful bowl that he's going to get to put up. And here's some other things that are the more traditional uses for resin in the arty and crafting world, but this is just kind of a next level, really more what I love because it's combining the art with the resin.
This was therapeutic for me,
Very
if
much,
I'm being
absolutely.
honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like you probably come across that quite a bit with people
Absolutely.
who come take classes here.
Oh yeah, it is very therapeutic.
Where can people find out more information about your classes?
My website is studio4319.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and my number is 843-400-3045. We have it all. It's really amazing.
Well, we have got our apron on today because we are at the Art Museum of Myrtle Beach. I'm joined by Colin. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Let's go ahead and get into it. What are we doing today?
So today we have these stuffed paper sculptures of musical instruments. It's inspired by our exhibit, Lifting Black Voices. We have one of the galleries in the show has an entire gallery full of paintings and artwork that is inspired by jazz and music. So this is a pretty simple project, but still it gives you really cool results. So the first step for this is you're going to print out either some type of musical instrument, it could be whatever you'd like. We have some tubas here. And after you print them out, you're going to cut them out. And then you're going to get another sheet of paper and you're going to trace the outline of the instrument.
Okay.
So you just go around. And this, it doesn't have to be nice and neat. You can do it a little quick, you can do a little sketchy, which I like to do.
I'm very focused right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said it didn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, sketching it takes a lot of focus, more focus than you think.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, once you have that all sketched out, you'll end up cutting it out.
Okay.
But thankfully, we already have these two examples already cut out.
Yay!
So yeah,
I can skip that step. Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, once you cut them out, you will have, of course, two pieces of paper. And what you want to do is first staple half the papers together. So I did it kind of a little strategic spot so we can still kind of have some areas where we can end up stuffing the paper in there. So I did some like at the top, and I just did some of the sides too, leaving openings up here and also here at the bottom as well. But after you get it stapled together, you get to decorate it. And
Okay.
of course, this is completely up to the artist how you would want to decorate it, using whatever colors, whatever types of patterns. It's completely up to you.
Let's do it.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by T-Mobile.
Well, the holidays are right around the corner, and you know what that means. Today, I'm joined by Steve Carlson from T-Mobile. We're going to be talking about some great holiday gifts this season. Steve, tell me all about what you got going on.
Hey, Katie, thank you so much for having us. Yeah, electronics are expected to be the second most popular gift this holiday season. With T-Mobile, you can get a lot more for less. For instance, new and current T-Mobile customers can get free smartphones, free smartwatches, and even free earbuds from top brands like Samsung and Google when you combine offers. For instance, you can get a Samsung Galaxy S23, which is a top-of-the-line smartphone, a Samsung Galaxy 6 watch, and even free Samsung Buds 2 that when combined will save you $1,300. You can even keep one of those for yourself. Plus, if you were looking for new lines to add, we have an incredible deal. It is 4 lines of essentials on our essentials plan for only $100, and all you need is eligible auto pay, and there's some tax and fees in there too, but 4 lines for $100.
I really like those watches too. Can you tell me about some of the features that the watches have?
Yeah, these smartwatches like the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 track everything for you. It's like having an extension of your phone right on your wrist. You've got health data, you've got your calendar in there, you can take a quick peek and you can see messages, things like that. It's the convenience of having an extension of your phone right there on your wrist.
Okay, so those sound like some great deals. Do you also have some deals for kids as well?
Yes, this is the exclusive Sync Up Kids watch from T-Mobile. You can get it for free when you add a watch line. I personally love it. I'm wearing it here too. I love it because, and I'm a little embarrassed to say that a kid's watch can fit on my wrist, but I love it because it gives me the peace of mind of being able to know when and where my kids are all the time. And for instance, kids can talk and text with just approved contacts that parents set up. We also have real-time location tracking, and it's got video calling now too. And my kids love it too because it gives them a little more freedom. They can, venture a little further from home because, like I said, I always know where they are.
I love that. Tell me about Metro by T-Mobile. This is a prepaid brand you guys have?
Yes, Metro by T-Mobile is our prepaid brand, and it runs on the same fast and reliable 5G network as T-Mobile. They've got some great deals this holiday season too. For instance, you can get wireless home internet for only $20 a month on auto pay with an affordable connectivity program. We've also got 1 line of unlimited 5G data for only $25 after auto pay. And you can keep your phone and your phone number. And to top it all off, Metro by T-Mobile is waiving all activation fees for the holiday season. This is a great time if you're interested in prepaid to go check it out.
All right, we got to talk about stocking stuffers as well. What do you guys have?
Yeah, the holiday season and electronics go hand in hand, and they are perfect stocking stuffers. We have a full line of phone cases, phone chargers, things like that. And these are the things that we all need, right? You lose a charger here and there. You could always use another one of these. They're perfect stocking stuffers. T-Mobile has a whole line of what are called go-to accessories that are affordable. You can also get high-end speakers from companies like JBL, and we're offering up to $150 off select JBL speakers right now. And the icing on the cake, if you're a huge audiophile, we have an incredible deal. You can get the Harman Kardon Onyx Studio 8, which is this really fancy big speaker. It's only $180, normally $480, so this is a huge deal. Go check it out. You can get it at T-Mobile.com or go into one of your local T-Mobile stores.
That sounds awesome, Steve. Thank you so much. Again, where can people go to find more information?
Yes, you can go to your local T-Mobile or Metro by T-Mobile store, and also at T-Mobile.com/offers or MetroByT-Mobile.com/offers.
This story is sponsored by T-Mobile.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.